He had clearly captured the appearance of the robber in the act of a shooting. However, he deliberately cut out the footage of the robber and then sold the remaining material to a TV station at a high price. Sure enough, once the news aired, the ratings shot up to their highest point, but the man soon became a target of the police. However, he was well prepared. When the police questioned him, he lied, claiming that he had been nearby at the time, so he had accidentally captured the footage of the scene. The female officer then asked if he had filmed the killer. The man shook his head, saying he hadn't. After the police left, he immediately opened his computer and found the license plate number from the footage. Then, he followed the trail and tracked down the robber's address. That night, he and his assistant rushed over. They quickly found the robber's car. It turned out the man was planning to wait until the robber went to a crowded place before calling the police. That way, he could capture the police and robber's gunfight, and the footage would sell for an even higher price. The assistant was left dumbfounded after hearing this. Then, the assistant suggested they split the profits 50-50. The man pretended to agree but secretly harbored thoughts of murder. The two of them then began to follow the robber. When the robber entered a restaurant, the man quickly called the police. The police arrived at the scene soon after. The man told his assistant to find a good position while he hid in the car to film. Just as he expected, the moment the two sides met, a fierce gunfight broke out. After one of the men was injured, he tried to flee in a car. The man quickly told his assistant to get in the car and followed the police as they chased the robber. During the chase, the police car collided with the robber's vehicle, and the entire scene was filmed by the assistant. When the chase finally stopped, the man rushed out of the car to check. He found that the robber was still alive, but he told the assistant that the robber was dead and asked him to come over to film. Unaware, the assistant approached the car and was immediately killed by the robber. It turned out the man, Alway, had planned to use the robber to eliminate the assistant. The robber also met his fate at the hands of the police. In the end, the man became the biggest beneficiary. Not only had he filmed the robber being shot dead, but he also got a close-up shot of his assistant's death. Because the footage was so explosive, the man was paid handsomely. But before the news could air, he was arrested and brought to the police station. When the female officer questioned him, the man claimed it was all a coincidence. He said he had just happened to be at the scene when the incident occurred, so he filmed everything. The female officer knew he was lying, but without evidence, she had no choice but to release him.